left for the last one.
Today I visited this cafe near Hangangjin station called JL Dessert Bar, and on Naver search engine it says 스페인 식재료 브랜드 소사와 프랑스 프리미엄 초콜릿 발로나사의 아시아 태평양 앰베서더인 페이스트리 셰프 저스틴 리님의 디저트 카페와 바가 결합된 새로운 컨셉의 디저트 바라고 설명되어 있는데요. 신선한 제철 식재료와 눈과 입을 사로잡는 플레이팅 디저트를 편안한 분위기에서 즐기실 수 있다고 합니다. 계절마다 셰프님이 새로운 메뉴 개발도 직접 하셔서 계속 바뀌는 걸로 알고 있어요. Now let's get going and find out what they're about. We first made reservations through the Naver booking system and made it to the cafe at the opening time, which is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And when we were making the reservation, we were offered options for seating, so we could choose between the bar table or just a table. And there was a reservation fee that was 10,000won, which is 10,000 Korean won for each person, and it's to prevent people from not showing up. When we were filming, we strictly followed the COVID rules imposed by the government. On the menu there is a dessert course, which includes all the chef's picks like a restaurant, but you can also only pick the ones you like to try. Ordering was quite hard because everything just looked so good, and I was new to basically all of the desserts on the menu, so I recommend you to ask the chef for help when choosing. So we ordered 5 different desserts, which include the foie gras and pear creme brulee, 3 mushroom ice cream, which is quite unique, the pistachio tart with Ispahan Sorbet, a Lego block, and lastly a Scottish dessert, Cranakann.
He was like, oh, it's gonna be quite a lot.
But I didn't have lunch, I was hungry, so I was ready to eat them all. For this dessert, 3 different types of mushrooms are used, which are tari, 팽이, 표고. I think that's what the chef told me. But yeah, those with yogurt and tula column, which is the dark chocolate cream included as 75% with hazelnut. I personally really liked the hazelnut crumble that goes on the bottom of the dish because it really added to the flavor, and when I first had my bite, the dessert hit me as unique, and I feel like that's the best adjective to describe this dessert, but unique in a really good way. Before trying this dessert, I was doubtful, I don't think mushroom on yogurt, on chocolate, on ice cream would go well together. But when I had my first bite, it kind of changed my mind completely, and I absolutely loved it. For those of you who don't like mushrooms, might not like it, but I'm personally a mushroom lover, so I really enjoyed this dessert. Creme brulee is one of my favorite desserts, so I've tried many different creme brulees, but I can say that this one is the best one that I've ever had because it includes foie gras within the creme brulee, and it has a bit of the Korean taste because the chef used Korean pears to make the puree, as well as the egg-looking sorbet on the side of the plate. It's so good. This is the combination that I would die for, quite literally, it's so good. And I recommend this as a must-try dessert when you come to this cafe. My first bite. Now this beautiful looking Lego block, you can consider this a pistachio sponge cake with strawberry filling on chocolate mousse. I think the little water bubble on top of one of the blocks was the highlight of the look of the dessert because it was really cute.
완전 맛있어. It's so soft, it kind of melts in your mouth. I'm gonna take a big bite.
So the next one we had is a gorgeous looking pistachio tart and Ispahan Sorbet. I don't know if my pronunciation is correct, but it's a sorbet that includes rose, raspberry like brambleberries and lychee. I think adding rose was really clever because it created this rose scent which added to the flavorfulness of the dessert, and it just generally worked really harmoniously with the raspberry and lychee. Oh, and it's not so sweet and it's not sour at all, so it was easy to enjoy.
그게 스틱 그리고 얘는 지금 조금 편안이긴 한데 얘랑은 조금 달라가지고 제가 먹어보고
진짜 그 로즈 향이 진짜 강하고 피스타치오도 진짜 너무 맛있어. 식감이 너무 좋아. 여긴 진짜 맛을 표현하기 진짜 어려운 곳인 것 같아요. We have the last one left. I'm really full. Like my tummy is full of dessert right now, but I'm ready to break through. I have space left for the last one. 잘 안 썰려요. 진짜 잘 안 썰려.
The last dessert that we tried is accordingly a king of the dessert, like a finale, and it includes raspberry, oat, honey, and whiskey, if you see on the menu, and raspberry is the puree, and oat, honey, and whiskey are used to make the cream inside the red ice ball. It was really heartbreaking to cut it.
Big bite 해볼게요.
엄마들은 호강한대. 너 열심히 따라가는 맛있어?
이거 진짜 특이하다. 진짜 맛있어. 진짜 맛있어. 약간 진짜 피날레 같다. 디저트 피날레.
커피인가?
These are my favorite. I'm like really full right now, but still this one's really good. That means this is like the best one. In general, I can actually say that these dessert dishes were kind of like the best desserts that I've ever tasted in my entire life. Like, I'm not exaggerating.